Boom! Hey everybody, welcome to Young Money Investments. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the inevitable. Most of you won't become millionaires. In today's video, we're going to talk about how you can actually make your first million and what you need to do in order to get there. All today on Young Money Investments. Alright you guys, sorry for the dramatic intro, but today's video we're going to be talking about becoming a millionaire. Now, if this is not your goal, skip through this video, pass this channel up, hit that unsubscribe, I'm just kidding, don't hit that unsubscribe button, hit the like button, hit that little bell notification, and if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button if you haven't hit that before. We're going to be talking about personal finance today. So we're going to be talking about what it takes in order to make your first million and why it is the hardest million that you will make. Alright guys, so according to an article that I have found here, in 2016, there was approximately 14.8 million millionaires in the world. That meant that they had a net worth of roughly $1 million or more. Now, fast forward to today, and over half, according to MSNBC, over half of millennials think that they will become a millionaire sometime in their life. Part of that, I believe, is due in fact to the part that TV programs, reality TV series, YouTube channels, social media, all indicates that becoming a millionaire is easy. It's not hard to become a millionaire. The reality is becoming and making millions is hard work. The average American earns somewhere around $36,000 to $38,000 in a year. That means that there are not a lot of people out there. In fact, it's about 1 in every 10 people are actually a millionaire now or has $1 million net worth in that household. Now again, a household is usually 2 people as well, not just 1. So take that into account as well. The reality is, and what I've learned at my ripe old age of 27 years old, is that making millions is hard work. You need to be a cut above the rest. You need to do things that other people are not willing to do, whether it be not sleeping in, maybe it's not going out to club and party all the time, maybe it's starting your own business, it's doing and thinking outside of the box, not taking the traditional route that will lead to you making millions. Whereas a lot of times social media is teaching us that we need to follow the curve, go with the trend, do what everybody else is doing. And in order to be a millionaire, you can't do that kind of stuff, guys. That is my first rule. Next reason, guys, that you most likely will not become a millionaire is because of the lack of planning from an early age. Just as Gary Vee says, your 20s is your time to make mistakes. Take the most risky opportunity that you can and run with it. This is the time in your life where you can afford to make mistakes. You're usually not married. You usually don't have kids. You usually don't have a lot of financial commitments and people that you need to take care of. Your 20s is your time that you need to plan in order to become a millionaire. If you are not planning, if you are not setting up the right foundation, if you are going to school for a job that only makes $60,000 to $70,000 a year, yeah, you might eventually get to a net worth of $1 million. But that probably was not the goal that you had envisioned when you were 18 years old. You thought you would become a millionaire by 24 years old, 25 years old. And that's not going to happen with that kind of job or going to school. You need, again, to be thinking outside of the box. For me, that was summer sales. For me, that was going out and knocking doors, because I knew I could make $100,000 in a summer. In 4.5 months, I could make $100,000 and I could turn that into something else. I could turn that into stocks. I could trade stocks when it's not time when I'm knocking. You could put that into real estate. A lot of people will put that into either private, residential real estate, or they'll put that into commercial real estate. Those kinds of options that then make their money, make them more money. You have to be able to plan from an early age if you want to become a millionaire. Next important step, guys, is going to be finding a mentor. If you do not find a mentor in your late teens, 20s, especially your early 20s, guys, you are going to be so far behind the curve, it's not even funny. Finding a mentor, finding someone that has done what you want to do already in their life is going to make a significant difference because they have already blazed the trail that you want to pursue. They've already cut down the trees, they've learned the ins and outs, they've learned the mistakes, and you're gonna still make mistakes on your journey to becoming a millionaire. But guys, you need to be able to realize a mentor is going to save you so much of the time, stress, hassle, and mistakes that you otherwise would have made if you did not find a mentor. I've had some really, really great mentors in my life, from men that have done very good things in the door-to-door alarm sales industry. I've had great mentors in trading and in stocks. Some of them have even been mentors from YouTube. You know, they don't necessarily have to be in person. Maybe you don't have that kind of person. I've had great family friends. I've one that owns several different car dealerships, and Brent is probably one of the most amazing and humble and just like knowledge-filled men that I know, and I accredit a lot of my success to being able to pick their brains. There's just different mentors that I've had in different facets. Doctors that I wanted to shadow to become a doctor. Those guys, if you are willing to give them your time of day and be punctual and actually respect them, they are going to want to be your mentor. They like helping, they like giving back. I love helping, I love giving back. While I'm not where I want to be, I know I can mentor others. So find a mentor. That is going to be so crucial if you want to be a millionaire. All right, guys, next and probably also equally as important as finding a mentor is doing hard. Yes, I said it, do hard. If you're not doing hard stuff, you are not going to get anywhere. Unfortunately, in our generation, especially those of you that are millennials, I'm gonna be real with you. You don't oftentimes want to do hard stuff, and it's okay. It's okay if in your mind you don't want to do hard stuff, but you have to do hard stuff in order to get to that millionaire status. You know, I don't necessarily love knocking doors. I didn't necessarily, when I started out and people were mean to me and told me to get the F off their front porch, think that this was a great job. I didn't think that, you know, it was a fun thing to do. It took time, it took patience, it took dedication. It took realizing that I had to do these hard things in order to earn the big paychecks. There are going to be times that you are going to have to work for someone that you don't like. That is doing hard stuff, but it is a means to the end if you have a goal in sight and you know what you're working towards. You're going to be doing hard stuff if you're having to do landscaping or building your own landscaping company, cutting grass, if you're doing contracting work. Those are going to be hard things if you want to become a general contractor. There is hard stuff that you have to do, and I think our generation does not understand that you need to learn to love the grind. You don't just all of a sudden get to the caviar lifestyle, you know, the jet set, you know, hopping out the Phantom and jumping in the jet because you didn't do hard things. You have to learn, especially not only to do these hard things, but learn to love them. If you cannot learn to love to do the hard things in life and learn to accept the journey and the process, that stair-stepping journey to get to the top, you're not going to learn that that's all a part of it. That's all a part of life. That is why we are here on earth. We have to go through the hard stuff. So this is so crucial, and I just want to really point that out. All right, next thing, guys, is a lot of times you don't give yourself enough time to work through your failures in order to come out and be successful. You know, you give up on yourself. You got to give yourself time to work through your failures in order to get to your success. Gary Vee says it best. Gary Vee says, when you do it for yourself, there is no timeline. When you do it for others' approval, the timeline is always too close and right in your face. You don't need to be right in your face. You don't need that constant reminder sometimes. You need time to work through your failures. There's gonna be failures, especially in your 20s. I'd say there's gonna be failures in your teens, even more in your 20s, hopefully a little bit less in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and so forth. You're learning, you're getting better, but plan on having failures. Failures is how you learn. The educational system today does not teach us that failures are okay. They tell us that failures, these things right here, they tell us that these things are bad when these things are actually good. You want to have failures. You want to fail because you know what? When you do fail, you actually are learning how to succeed. So remember that you need to fail and take risks. Don't not do something because you're afraid of failure. I would much rather fail and try than never try because I The last and final thing that goes along with kind of what we were just talking about is don't expect success to come overnight based on what your parents have or what you see on Instagram. We could sit here and we could go through my feed and you could look at all these nice things, all these pictures, all these cars, all these jets. And you know what? You can look at these mega mansions, you know, these things in the Coral Gables that just look so nice and so beautiful. And you know what? You can expect that you need them at an early age. When in reality, this is the time of your life to be living in some piss dirty shanty that you're sharing with 5 other dudes because you don't want to pay a lot for rent. That's okay. This is the time in your life that it's okay to not be living the flashy, lavish lifestyle. Live that with your spouse, live that with your kids when you have someone to impress. Don't live a flashy lifestyle because you want other people to see you being flashy or you being cool. The problem with today's generation is we do things to please and impress others that really mean nothing to us. They have no significance in our lives. And so I think what happens is we see the success that our parents have, or we see things on YouTube and Instagram that make us want to go out and get those things and attain those things. Your parents had to work 20, 30 years to afford the things that they currently have when you are moving out and leaving their house. You shouldn't be able to afford those kinds of things. You should be saving and putting away money. You should be putting all of your cash into your next business venture. I'm not saying it's not good to buy and enjoy some of the finer things in life at a young age when you can enjoy them if you have the financial means to do it. I sure have done that with my Tesla. I've done that with the Raptor. I've done that with some cool vacations. I've splurged on a Gucci belt, and you can write in the comments, oh my gosh, Cameron, you really bought a Gucci belt? Yeah, I did. But you know what? That belt will last me forever, and I could do it. I had the financial means to do it. You need to be able to realize to live within your means. That is a very big, big thing, and that is something that I was able to really avoid buying a lot of these lavish things. I sold and knocked on thousands and thousands of doors in order to get to the point where I could afford a Gucci belt, where I could afford a Tesla, where I could afford a Raptor. I did not do those things my first year like a lot of salesmen will do. They get their first big paychecks and some guys will go out and buy a $1,200 electric skateboard. Like, are you kidding me? You made $30,000 in a summer and you're gonna spend over 1/30 of your income on a flippin' skateboard that cost, like, again, you need to realize and live within your means and realize, hey, I have this much money, but what is my overall outreaching goal? And again, cars aren't a depreciating asset like a lot of you are gonna say, Cameron, cars are a depreciating asset. They're not if you know how to do it right. I'm just gonna stick it and leave it at that. But that is really it, you guys. I just wanna say, becoming a millionaire is a great goal. Becoming a millionaire and having the financial stability is a great goal, and it's one of my goals, obviously, to continue to make millions. That is the goal, make millions. That is definitely one of mine. But at the end of the day, you need to realize that money comes and goes. Friendships will always be there. You need to cultivate relationships with people, and that has been huge for me. Is in order to get where I'm at, especially if you want to become a multi-millionaire, you're going to need other people around you to help you. So please take these little suggestions and thoughts into your consideration. If you have any other thoughts on why you think a lot of these millennials are not going to become millionaires, leave it down in the comments section. If there's anything I left out, please leave it down there as well. If you've made it through this video this long, I would love it if you'd subscribe to the channel. It helps it out with the YouTube algorithm. Hitting that thumbs up button is crucial as well. It continues to drive traffic to my videos. And I can't wait till we get this going all in the next video as well. Catch you guys in the next one. All you future millionaires out there, all you wannabe millionaires out there, and all you millionaires out there, let's get this young money. I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye, guys.